Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. Kul aam wa antum bikhair. My name is Mahmoud Aliyan. At the beginning of this year, unfortunately, we lost one of our sisters in Islam. And I attended her funeral. And when I heard her husband speak about her life and the good deeds that she has done, I went home and I started scratching my head. And I thought to myself, with everything he said, which I'm sure was just the tip of the iceberg, how do I expect to go to the same place as this woman who has dedicated her life to Allah? So it took death, essentially, to revive me as a Muslim. So I started attending Brother Islam Fayyumi's class every Sunday at 6:30, and I strongly recommend that everybody does. It's an amazing class, mashallah. And from that class, it spiraled into this Umrah trip. I started hearing the brothers here talk about the Umrah trip. And I thought this would be a great way before Ramadan to really heighten my iman. So I took the initiative and I signed up for the Umrah trip. And as the brother said, most of us didn't know each other. We got on the bus and all of a sudden it was as if we had 28 new brothers. When we got to Mecca and Medina, mashallah, the feeling that we got was like no other. We've all been on vacations, we've all went many places. The feeling you get during Umrah is indescribable. So I came back from Umrah a different person in the sense of I actually now revolve my life around Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Whereas we have the fards, which are the salah, that take up maybe 10 minutes of our day. And if you calculate how many minutes we have in our day, that's less than 1% of our day. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has created us to worship Him, and we give Him less than 1% of our day. So we make sure that we give it our all to go above and beyond that. Now, as the brother said, at 4 in the morning, my phone doesn't stop ringing. Normally, 20-year-olds, 21-year-olds, they're coming home at 3 in the morning from doing things that are haram. These brothers are waking up. We're taking the initiative to come to Fajr. Every morning at Fajr, you'll at least find some of us here. And when that's not even enough, inshallah, you should find all of us here and all of our young brothers and sisters. We need to seriously invest in our youth. We always concentrate on education, and education is extremely important. But as Imam Qatanani mentioned before Salat al-Isha, we need to also focus on the real goal of this life, which is al-akhirah. And how do we do that? It's by educating our children about Islam, involving them in events that have to do with Islam. And inshallah, by investing in our youth, we also invest in our futures bil-akhirah. Jazakallahu khair.
Assalamu alaikum. My name is Ahmed Faraj. I was one of the 30 people that went on this Umrah trip. I want to thank the Masjid for giving us all this opportunity to go on this amazing trip. My experience there was undescribable. And another, I would like to thank Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for giving us all an invite to His house and to visit the Prophet Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam's grave. Usually there's youth I know around here, when they save up their money, they only want to get a car or go shopping, buy clothes and all that. Alhamdulillah, when I got my money, I went and I invested my time to go on this Umrah trip and to go visit Allah's house. Before I'm on this trip, I used to come to the masjid just to play basketball, hang out with my friends. Praying late, making it to Salah late, last line wasn't a thing for me. But when I went on this trip, I knew what it was like to pray in the first line, to be close to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So now I came back a better person. Now when I come, I make sure I don't play basketball. I go pray my sunnah, and I wait front line, make tasbihah until the sheikh comes, start the salah. And I want to let all the youth know that the opportunity is there for you. I didn't know that I wasn't going on this trip. I thought I was going to buy a car with my money. But alhamdulillah, Allah, He has everything happen for a reason. Jazakallah khair for your time, and thank you.
Assalamu alaikum. My name is Abd Rabba Ayesh. I am the oldest member of this group, probably double the age of everybody else. I went to, of course, I was Islam Fayumi's class, and I decided at the same time as Mahmoud to go to the Umrah trip. And when we made this decision, I would tell you it was the best decision of my life. As I told these guys, I had a whole speech written for tonight, and one of the brothers came up to me and said something that I had said back in doing the Umrah trip, and it changed everything that I had written out to what I was going to say. What I really want to come out and tell you guys that brotherhood is not just us. And if you look on your right and you look on your left, you look behind you and in front of you, we're all brothers. We just got to take the initiative to recognize that and understand that and appreciate that. And this community center and this masjid gives us the opportunity to see each other and, you know, be together. You know, I personally went to this trip as a wahdani, without any brothers, and all my life I'm 40 years old. I was always wishing for brotherhood, and when I came back, now I have 29 brothers. And I would tell you, these guys are younger than me, but every day I learn something different from them. These guys are amazing kids, and the biggest compliment I can ever give them is that my 3 boys grow up to be something like them, or anything like them, because these kids are unbelievable. Again, I want to say thank you to Sheikh Katanani and ICPC and the community. And all I ask you guys is to contribute, because this is a strong, strong community. There's nothing like it in the United States. And what we need to do is support it. Just like you support, you know, when you want to go on a trip and you save money and you do everything else, you know, just give a little bit back to your community. You're going to see the investment for forever. And your kids are going to learn from this, and your kids' kids are going to learn from this. So I just want to say thank you to everybody. And
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. And alhamdulillah, mashallah, these brothers, my name is Imran, that's to introduce myself. And I went on this trip, alhamdulillah, and these brothers, they spoke enough, alhamdulillah, about the brotherhood there. But I just want to make a quick point to you all, that this investment that you make, when you invest in something like this, it's not an investment only in your children or something with that regard, okay? It's actually an investment for your own self. And there's a story with Sayyidina Musa, alayhi salam, that a man came to him and he said, Musa, you know, make dua to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that I become rich. So Musa alayhi salam, he was Kalimullah. He used to talk to Allah directly. So he asked Allah, oh Allah, make this man rich. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala told him, he said, Musa, tell him that I have destined for him the first half of his life poverty and the second half of his life wealth. So tell him that. And Musa alayhi salam went and told him that. And when he told him that, the guy said, okay, but Musa, please, you know, tell Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to switch them for me. Mustajil, okay? He wants his money fast. Okay, he said, switch them for me. Ask Allah to switch them for me. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in fact did that. And years down the line, Musa alayhi salam, he visited this man, and this was a time where he should have been poor now. And he went to see him, and he realized that this man was still rich. So he was baffled by this. And then he asked Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, what happened? This man is supposed to be poor now. What's going on? So then look what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala told him. Look what he told him. He said, تَأَدَّبْ يَا Musa. O Musa, have manners. إِنَّهُ يُعْطِي مِمَّا أَعْطَيْتُهُ فَكَيْفَ أَمْنَعُهُ. Indeed, he gives from what I give him. So how can I deprive him? I will not deprive him. The man knew a secret from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala's secrets, so he took advantage of that. So I'm trying to make a point to you, that you investing in this, you are not only helping your children. Wallahi, you are investing within your own destiny. أما سمعتم قول الله تعالى يمحو الله ما يشاء ويثبت وعنده أم الكتاب. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala erases whatever He wants and instill whatever He wants, and in His hands is the book of destinies. So invest in your destiny as well. Wa jazakumullah khair. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah.
Assalamu alaikum. Right now, assalamu alaikum, my name is Bekir. I'm with the Umrah group. Right now we want to start, inshallah, raising some money for the masjid so we could have events like this and more every year after that. When I came back from Umrah, Sheikh Qatanay told me, inshallah, we'll send 3 and 4 and 5 buses like as we sent with us, inshallah. So who would like to open the sadaqah, inshallah, and donate for the masjid? Because we really need your donations. This is Ramadan, inshallah, count from anywhere up to 700 times and even more than that. Somewhere back there? $1,000, takbir. Anyone else? $1,000. Takbir. Just pass the forms to the brothers, inshallah. Is there anyone else? We need a couple of people. Abid, Allah barak fiq. Takbir. $1,000. Anyone else? We need a lot of brothers, please. We need a lot of brothers. Muhammad Salim, Allah barak fiq. Takbir. $1,000. Brothers, you will not lose. Ma naqsa min malin sadaqah. Anything you donate, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will give it back to you, inshallah. We need brothers, 1,000, whatever you can, $500, $100, whatever you have, inshallah, if you can, donate. Your children, anything you have, $5, anything you can give, inshallah, donate. You won't lose from this. This is a guarantee from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, so I'm guaranteeing it also. Who here can donate? Who here plans to donate? Raise your hand. If you plan to donate, Al-Akh, $1,000. Takbir. Anybody who plans to raise to donate $1,000? Raise your hand. $1,000. Raise your hand. Back there. Dr. Al-Badri. Takbir. Allahu Akbar. Abu Imran. 1,000. Takbir. Abu Muhammad Najib. 1,000. Takbir. Allahu Akbar. Mahmoud Hamza. 1,000. 1,000. Takbir. Allahu Akbar. Dr. Hisham, 2,000. Takbir.
Allahu Akbar.
اسم الأخ Muhammad Sayyid, 1,000. Takbir.
Allahu Akbar.
We need a lot of brothers, please. We're trying to send a lot of sisters and brothers alike. We have a sister from the sisters that is going to lead them next year in Umrah. Anybody else? 1,000, 500, wherever you can. Just raise your hand, ya ikhwan. I'll also give back the $200 that the masjid gave on my behalf to help me go to Umrah. They gave each one of us $200. So we'll start with that. Any one of the brothers also? How many of the brothers from Umrah? If you can. Takbir. Allahu Akbar. So add those all up. Inshallah, who else? $500. What's the brother's name? Imran. Takbir.
Allahu Akbar.
$500 for the brother up front. Anyone else? 500, 200, whatever you can. 100, 200. Ahmed. Takbir.
Allahu Akbar.
Al-Akh, 500. $500. Takbir.
Allahu Akbar.
Anything you guys get? 250. 250. Brother Mustafa Morsi. Takbir.
Allahu Akbar.
$500. Ism al-Akh? Majdi. Jamal Salim, Takbir.
Allahu Akbar.
We need brothers. Come on, don't be afraid. Let me tell you a quick story and then we'll continue. There was a husband and a wife, and the wife spent all day finding this chicken and cooking this chicken for him until the time he gets home. So he gets home. This is an important story I want to tell you real quick. So he finally gets home. And then they get a knock on the door. So he tells his wife, go see who's on the door. She opens the door. She says it's a beggar. He tells his wife, tell him go away. We don't have any money. So she tells him go away. Some time happens later, and he loses all his wealth. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala makes it so hard that he can't put food on the table for his wife, and they lose everything. So much so he has to divorce his wife. Wa'udhu billah. And then what happens? Time goes on. This is a righteous woman. She remarries. And then she's also preparing a chicken for her new husband, a dinner, and she gets a knock on the door. Her husband tells her, go see who's on the door. She opens the door, and who is it? She says it's a beggar. He says, take the entire chicken and go give it to him. Takbir. Allahu Akbar. She comes back crying. He says, why are you crying? Are you afraid of the chicken? We'll get another one, don't worry. She says, no, that was my ex-husband. That was my ex-husband who was the beggar. And the same thing happened to me with him, but he would not give anything.